Thanks for joining us for the morning show today on WRCO. We switch gears. We have Chief Billy Jones from the city of Richland Center in here to talk about the upcoming National Drug Take-Back Day. Good morning, Billy.
Good morning, Phil. How are you?
Not bad. Thanks for responding.
Absolutely.
When you got the call today, we just said something about Henry Bray, and you just showed right up.
Well, yeah, that character you got to keep an eye on.
So seriously, this is a big day for not only Richland Center, but it happens all around. But why do you feel it's important?
Yeah, nationwide, Drug Take-Back Day is just a really good program that I think has just continued to grow in our community, and it's a good way to get medications out of your home that are no longer needed. Because unfortunately, we do live in a time that sometimes those medications fall into wrong hands, accidentally, on purpose, whatever it might be, and then we have tragic events happen. So get those unused, unneeded medications out of your house, bring them down to the police department on Saturday, and we will dispose of them for you.
Important to get them off the streets. In fact, the over-the-counter stuff, some of the prescriptions, those are more maybe abused than some of the illicit stuff. Right?
Absolutely, and that's usually where we see a lot of individuals, unfortunately, start an addiction is from a prescribed medication at some point in time, whether it's an injured back or a surgery or something, and it can easily happen. It's no fault of theirs. It's no fault of anybody's. It's just a very, very powerful drug. Sometimes that just takes over people's lives.
You have the regular boxes that people, and I think sometimes people forget that they can actually drop them off at any time.
Yeah. Any time that the businesses are open. We have 4 in Richland County. We have them at the Center Pharmacy, the municipal building down at City Hall on Main Street there, at the Sheriff's Department, and then also at the Viola Library. Yep.
So people can do that, and then, but I think it brings out, people kind of get motivated when they hear this announcement. Hopefully,
I
right?
think so. I think it kind of just reminds people that, and we do it twice a year, and it's nationwide, and then and usually October and I want to say April, but don't quote me on that.
So what happens when people bring them in then? What is the next step for you guys?
Yeah, so when people bring them in, we box them up, and then the Monday following, so then Monday after the Drug Take-Back Day, Detective Pilla from the police department usually takes them to a general drop spot in Wisconsin where they load them up on a semi, and then they take them off and they incinerate them, and they dispose of them properly.
And does it surprise you, or has it surprised you, the volume of stuff that's been turned in?
Not anymore.
Really?
Yeah, not anymore. We get a lot. We actually, I think, get more from the drop boxes now. I think more people are really, as that information has gotten out there and people are coming more accustomed to it, we go around and we collect those as well from the drop boxes, and we take them at the same time to our to the disposal sites. But it's usually a couple 100 pounds out of both, out of the drop boxes and what we receive the day of drug take back, and there for a while those the weights just kept increasing and increasing and increasing, and it just became now it's like, okay, we got 400 pounds to take this week. That's normal now, because there are a lot of medications out there. And unfortunately, in today's world, it's kind of a waste, but a lot of people see it, but you also can't reuse that stuff, and we understand that too.
It'd be nice if you could come in and cash them in. Because a lot of them cost a little bit of money.
Absolutely. It's expensive stuff. Yeah.
So, but that's not the case. The important thing is to get rid of them, and people, it's important to keep them out of the water systems and the sewers and things like that too.
Out of the ground. Yep. Keep them out of the landfills, because all that stuff filters back into our drinking water, and it comes back around, and who knows what kind of effects down the road that could cause people's health, and so yes, please let's keep them out of don't flush them, don't throw them in the garbage without being neutralized or anything like that. It's just easier. Drop them in the drop box when you come to town. If you live outside of town, if you come to town to do your Walmart shopping once a month or whatever you do, swing by one of the 4 boxes and drop them off. They're there for you.
Could you go over what is accepted, what typically is, and then also maybe what some things that are not accepted at the drug?
Absolutely. So any prescription over the counter medication. That includes capsules, inhalers, creams, non-aerosol sprays, ointments, patches if you have the pain patches or the sickness patches. Any sort of vials or of liquid that are in the original container, we can take those, and then if we'll even take vapes, vape cartridges, but we ask that you remove the batteries. If you can't remove the batteries, then we can't take them. They need to be taken to a recyclable center. And then pet medications as well. We all have pets. Our pets get sick. We take our pets to the doctors too. If you don't use up the pet medications, bring that stuff in too, and we'll dispose of that as well.
Mm-hmm. And some things that are no-nos?
Yeah, so what we can't take are aerosol cans. So we can't take anything that could possibly combust, right? Anything with blood or bodily fluids on them, please don't bring that stuff in. Again, batteries, we can't take batteries. Cosmetic, eyeglasses, household waste, we can't dispose of those things. Iodine containing medications, so if the medication have iodine in them, there's some sort of chemical reaction that can happen, so we need to dispose of those properly, and there should be instructions on those types of medications. Thermostats. Again, vapes that have the batteries in them, we can't take those. And then any type of personal care products, you can dispose of those just in your regular household trash. So it just helps with the weight side of things, and things get really heavy if you start bringing in that stuff.
The important thing is to bring it back in, and like if I bring something in, you're not going to be standing over me like, where did you get that?
Nope.
I mean, it's not,
Exactly.
No questions asked, right?
Yep, exactly. And if you have a good quantity of medications, maybe a loved one has just passed away or something like that, and grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, whatever it might be, had a lot of medications. If you just want to take those, dump them into even a gallon Ziploc bag, zip them up, bring those in, because we're probably going to give you the pill bottles back anyways, because they might have some personal identifying information on those, and you should dispose of those properly, peel the labels, throw those away, shred them, do whatever. So if you want to save a step, once you get there, toss everything into a Ziploc bag, bring that stuff in, and then that whole bag can just drop right into the box, and no questions asked. Just bring it in, drop it in. We're not gonna interrogate you. That's for sure.
So you should dump them out, even if you don't. You can do them right there.
Yep,
too,
we can do it right there as well. Yep, and usually I have an officer and a volunteer that's there. They'll help you out. They'll give you instructions. Very, very kind, friendly people. Nothing too scary.
Good. Let's talk about some other things. How's it going in the city? Anything you'd like to talk about?
City's going good. I'd like to put out there that we did just hire a new officer. So Officer Emma Bloom comes to us from Lancaster Police Department. She's got about 3 years of experience. She was just recently sworn in and hired. She's in the first couple of weeks of her field training. So we have a field training program at the police department where she'll train for about 14 weeks with a couple officers in our department that are certified field training officers, and she'll get to know the city. She'll get to know the paperwork and the procedures and how we do things here. But I feel she's going to be a great fit, and she'll serve the community probably sometime in January on her own finally, and get running out there in the thick of things.
So does she do like a ride along for a while, or how does that work?
Yeah, so she's actually doing the driving. She's in the squad car, but she has a training officer with her at all times. Lieutenant Moe and Officer Deidelhoff are our two field training officers. So she'll be with them, kind of stuck on their hips, but she's the lead officer. She handles the calls. She takes the calls. She talks to the citizens. The field training officer is there just in case she's got questions or has something else pop up that maybe she hasn't handled before. And then to make sure the paperwork's done properly, because unfortunately we all have to do the paperwork side of things, and our paperwork might be a little bit different than what she's used to at her other department. So then she she's kind of the lead, but she has a mentor, so to speak, there the whole entire time. So
it'll be nice to meet her then. Does that help fill some more shifts for you?
Absolutely. We've been a little short the last couple months. We've had some injuries on the department. We've had a new addition to our department. Officer Isaacson just became a mother for the first time. So she was off on maternity leave for a little while. So we've had some gaps, and we've been down an officer for about 8 months or so. So we really are glad that she accepted the position, and pretty soon she'll be filling shifts full time and providing services to the city of Richland Center.
Absolutely, and you do help out in the county level too sometimes.
Absolutely, we assist the county. The county assists us in a lot of things too. We have a really good working relationship. Sheriff Porter and myself kind of grew up together in the departments. He's a little younger than I am, but we did a lot of work together on night shift and evening shifts when he was on patrol and I was on patrol, and I think that relationship just has continued to grow amongst the younger officers as we develop them, and they grow up and they continue to assist and work together in our law enforcement community, because I mean honestly we're out there doing trying to do the same things and serve our community and provide the best police services the county and the city can provide.
You were on the injured reserve list there for a little bit, weren't you?
I was, yeah, I was, but good things is I can still do the desk work, with a bum knee.
But you're getting back to speed though, aren't you?
I am. I'm pretty close to full speed again.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good to have you back in full strength.
Yep.
So.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And you had a house fire in the city this week, but it sounds like
unfortunately, yep, we did have a house fire. I can't comment on the cause right now. The Richland Fire Department did a great job. Officers did a great job. The county actually assisted us with traffic control and control over the city or over the fire incident. Fortunately, nobody was injured, and the homeowners are probably going to have a rough time for a little bit. I think there's a GoFundMe page out there, so if if any of the listeners are thinking about how can I help, I think there is a GoFundMe page for those homeowners. They'll probably need some things, and it'd be a long haul, but I think they'll do okay. So
great. Well, it certainly could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely,
good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always especially at that time of night. But the homeowners were at work, so nobody was home at the time.
So the hours for the drug take-back day, Bill?
Yeah, so 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., again, 470 South Main Street, which is the Richland Center Police Department. Usually, depending on weather, sometimes we set up just outside the front doors, but if it's kind of chilly, maybe windy, we'll take it right into the little lobby atrium area that we have right there. And there's usually just a booth, a couple volunteers, a table, and a couple cardboard boxes. Stop on in. If it's raining, we'll be inside. If the weather's a little chilly, we'll be inside. But otherwise, we'll probably be right out in front of the police department right there. So, 10 to 2. Bring them on in and drop them off as you're passing through.
And getting ready for Pumpkin Fest.
Absolutely. That is correct. Yeah, that should be a great event. I actually saw them setting up some stuff this morning, and it looks like it's going to be a really fun time.
They have quite a few pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns?
I didn't see too many pumpkins yet, but there were some people dropping some stuff off and setting up some props in the courthouse on the courthouse lawn there. So I'm guessing by this afternoon we'll see a lot of jack-o'-lanterns running around over there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good weather, too.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be beautiful. Yep. Fall in Wisconsin.
No excuses to not get out and be a part of what's going on.
And enjoy it.
You bet.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you coming in, Billy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Every time. Yep.
Yeah.
Every time.
Chief Billy Jones joining us here on WRCO. Again, the Drug Take-Back Day is coming up Saturday here in Richland Center and across the state and across the country.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Hello everyone, Brian from Walsh's here. Breathe easier this season. Buy 3, get 1 free on Ace Basic Pleated Furnace Air Filters. Stock up on Rust-Oleum Stop Rust Custom 5-in-1 spray enamel. The more you buy, the more you save. Upgrade your garage or workshop with select shelving units at $59.99 and keep things tidy with the Brute 32-gallon commercial grade trash can for only $34.99. Stop in at Ace Lacrosse, Muscadet, or Richland Center, and as always, we appreciate your business.
Here is Jamie Gander of Badgerland Flooring.
We started our business in 2008. We named it Badgerland Flooring of Southwest Wisconsin, obviously, and then 6 years ago we started doing kitchens, and we just want to really get the word out to people that we're doing those now as well. We have a showroom west end of the building is committed to kitchens. You know, we do bath remodels, vanities, countertops. You can do any type of flooring, walk-in showers, but we're really trying to let the public know we're doing a lot of kitchens nowadays too.
See Badgerland Flooring in Richland Center for more information.
Got stumps? Call Titus Osborne today for a free estimate. With over 15 years of professional stump grinding and removal experience, Titus is insured and ready to handle your project. Don't let those stumps linger. Get the removal scheduled. Customer satisfaction is a must, and Titus is committed to providing fast, reliable, no-hassle service. Call 608-604-7757 now for all your stump removal needs. 604-7757. Titus Osborne, your go-to expert for stump removal. Rockwell Automation in Richland Center is more than just a workplace. It's part of your community. Their team includes coaches, board members, firefighters, and EMTs. People who live, work, and volunteer right here at home. Rockwell is proud to serve and support their neighbors every day, both on and off the job. Now, they'd like to connect even more with local organizations. If you're part of a nonprofit or 501c3 and have volunteer or donation opportunities, Rockwell Automation would love to partner with you. To learn more or get involved, give them a call. 647-9400. Rockwell Automation, ingrained in the community and dedicated to making a difference.
Our morning show continues today on WRCO. We're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about the upcoming event at Riverdale Drama Department hosting the District 10 One Act Festival. Coming up already tomorrow. And Riverdale director, one of the directors, Chris Simonson is here. Hi, Chris.
Good morning, Phil.
Didn't have to go far to find you today.
Did not have to go far. I was next door playing Rubber Ducky by Ernie. So,
sorry to take you away from
that's okay.
hard work that you were putting in.
That's okay.
Well, tell me about your Riverdale drama group and how it's going this year.
It's going well. It's going well. We've got a group of good kids, 18 or 19 kids in the show this year with some new faces as a result of some graduation last year and some freshmen who wouldn't have been eligible to do it last year, and some new kids who wanted to get involved for the first time. So that's been nice to have that good infusion of new blood.
And you have to pick a play from time to time that, I guess you want to involve as many as you can, but are people involved whether they're on stage or not?
That's right. I mean, anytime anyone wants to be on stage, Catherine and I will do our best to get them on stage because, as you know, there are a lot of people who are not fond of speaking in public. And we've had actors in the past who are more than happy to do the radio show. They would love to get their voice on radio, but the minute you get them in front of real people, don't want to do that. Let me run the lights, let me do the sound. So yeah, I think it's important to get kids on stage if they want to be on stage. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you're kind of a semi or a quarter retired, but
yeah.
But why do you keep doing this and helping to coach?
Well, I enjoy working with the kids. I miss being in the band room and working with the kids. It's all the peripheral stuff that I knew I was about finished with when I stepped away. And I've got enough other things on my plate. Fortunately, working here at the radio station has been one of them. Being a pastor at Blue River and Avoca is another. But I enjoy working with the kids, and I know just how important things like music and theater are, especially to the ones that don't really seem to fit in elsewhere. You know, I'm sure you're aware, working, doing some theater stuff yourself. There are times when you see people that are involved on stage that you would swear that's where they shine. That's where they feel best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do see sometimes people that you mentioned, maybe they're a little bit shy and uncomfortable off stage, and then they get on stage and it's like, where did that come from?
Absolutely. Kurt Thompson, every few years, will come up to me laughing and saying, I had no idea that kid could even talk. They won't say anything in class. They're polite. They're getting A's and B's, but get them on stage and they're somebody else. So, yeah.
Tell me about the production Andromeda's Galaxy.
Andromeda's Galaxy is a play by Alan Hanel. We did it about 15 years ago. Andromeda Jones is this gal who is named by her parents. Her parents were big science fiction fanatics, as was Mrs. McAfee, her daycare person, and they would play Star Trek characters, all day long at daycare. And so Andromeda was raised in this type of a family with that real love for Star Trek. And what happens is, as Anne, as she is called on stage through the play, because the grandmother says, drop the Andromeda or you're going to lose your inheritance. So Anne, as she is going through things on stage and explaining her life in high school and the different things that are happening, her inner monologue takes place on the bridge of something like the Starship Enterprise. So the angst that she feels is being mirrored by the crew, by the Captain Meta, part of the Andromeda, is in charge, and there are other characters. So working her way through life as a high school student, they are her internal monologue.
People from the area can go and watch it tomorrow, Chris.
Absolutely. Our production is at noon at the Little Theater at Riverdale High School. Prior to that, at 11 o'clock, Brookwood is bringing down their play, Greek Mythology Olympiaganza, directed by Kim Knopfsinger up there at Brookwood. And that's a fun show. Kids saw that show, that script, last year at State, done by a different school where you have your Greek gods and demigods, and they're going through a lot of myths and stories and things like that, all in rapid fire succession, to try to get through, Hercules cleaning the barns and other things happening. So they will be putting on their show at 11. Our show, Andromeda's Galaxy, is at noon in the Little Theater of the high school, and there is no charge for the public to come and see this.
And is this going to be judged? How does this festival work then?
Yes, good question. There are 3 judges at every level, and at this level we have a stop or advance. And the judges look at their rubric with the 5 different categories and determine, yes, this isn't quite a finished product yet. This isn't perfect yet. We're hoping for that in 2 weeks at the sectional festival, but they answer the questions on the rubric. Are they showing signs of work? Are the characters present? Are they speaking clearly? How are the costumes and the stage? Is there evidence of directing and understanding of the script? Those type of things. And at this level, we need to show that we are working in the right direction. And then 2 weeks from now, if we advance, that would be at DeForest High School. And then this must be a finished product before it can go on to State.
And then the State is where?
State is, excellent question. I think we're at Stevens Point this year.
Okay.
I think it moves from year to year. I think it's Stevens Point.
You get to use the same play for all levels then if you make it that far.
That's correct. That's correct.
I remember the old days of forensics. I was in storytelling, and you had to write a different one every single level. That made it kind of tough.
Right.
So-
Yeah, it did. When I did poetry reading my first year in forensics, yeah, you had to pick new poems at every level. Well, here are your poems now, Chris. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's a little terrifying.
Put the pressure on.
Yeah.
So it's a good participation, it sounds like. You have quite a few seniors on the club this year?
We do. We have 5 seniors in the bunch. And if I try to name them, I'll forget somebody. But yeah, we do have 5 seniors. We mentioned that last night. But yeah, the seniors are providing good leadership. They're doing a nice job. And the new kids, the first timers to the One Act, a number of them have been in the spring plays. But the first timers to the One Act have stepped up and have worked very hard.
That's tomorrow, and there's no school at Riverdale. Is that correct?
Correct. Tomorrow's a day off, which worked very well because had it been on Saturday, then we're going up against sectional cross country and regional final volleyball that evening and those sort of things. So it was very fortuitous that we didn't have school on Friday.
Well, good luck with it, Chris.
Thanks very much, Phil. Thanks for bringing me in.
Good to hear about it. That's coming up tomorrow. Riverdale Drama Department hosting the District 10 One Act Festival at Riverdale. And again, performances at 11 and noon.
Homeownership comes with some unknowns. Insurance is one of them. Our hometown agents ask the right questions to find the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Contact Driftless Area Group today to get your free insurance review. When it comes to insurance, Driftless Area Group are experienced professionals you can rely on. To get your free insurance review today, call us at 608-647-9050 or stop at our office at 27128 Highway 14, Richland Center.
The Richland Hospital and Clinics is proud to offer personalized support for people with diabetes. Our team can help you set and track your health goals